There's something odd about Kris Jenner reducing Corey Gamble's allowance to $10,000 a month. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Kris Jenner, the famous momager of the Kardashian-Jenner family, is making headlines again, but this time it's not about a new business deal or family drama. Rumors are swirling that she's decided to cut her longtime boyfriend Corey Gamble's monthly allowance down to $10,000, a move that has fans scratching their heads. Why? Because Corey isn't some stay-at-home partner relying on Kris for cash. He's got his own career, his own money, and his own life. So why is this even a story? Kris and Corey have been together since 2014, after Kris split from Caitlyn Jenner. They met at a party, and their relationship quickly became a fixture on Keeping Up with the Kardashians and later their Hulu show, The Kardashians*. Over the years, they've been spotted traveling the world, attending glamorous events, and living that ultra-luxe lifestyle the Kardashians are known for. But behind the scenes, things might not be as smooth as they seem. According to a report from Life and Style magazine, Kris has suddenly become stingy with her spending, and Corey is feeling the pinch. The outlet claims his monthly allowance, which he's supposedly been getting for a decade, has been slashed to $10,000. Here's where things get confusing. Corey Gamble isn't some random guy Kris picked up off the street. Long before he became her boyfriend, he was a big name in the music industry. He worked as a talent manager and tour organizer for stars like Justin Bieber, and by the time he met Kris, he was already a self-made millionaire. He's been part of Scooter Braun's SB Projects, a major management company, for years, the same company that famously clashed with Taylor Swift over her music catalog. So if Corey has his own job and income, why would Kris be giving him an allowance in the first place? And why is she cutting it now? The report claims Kris is panicking about her finances. Despite her massive net worth, thanks largely to her family's reality TV empire, she's apparently worried her bank account is shrinking. A source told the magazine, she's freaking out about her bank balance, and had to make cuts somewhere. But instead of trimming her own luxuries like her collection of expensive wines or designer wardrobe, she's reportedly targeting Corey's funds. The insider added, certainly not her stash of expensive wine, hinting that Kris isn't willing to sacrifice her own indulgences. Fans are calling foul on this narrative. For starters, Corey isn't some kept man lounging around Kris' mansion waiting for a handout. He's appeared on the family's reality shows over the years, which means he'd earn a paycheck for his screen time, just like the rest of the cast. Plus, his career in music hasn't disappeared. If anything, dating Kris likely boosted his profile, opening doors to bigger opportunities. So the idea that he's dependent on Kris for cash doesn't quite add up. Then there's the question of the payroll mentioned in the report. Life and Style claims Corey has been on Kris' payroll for 10 years, but that contradicts everything we know about his career. He works for SB Projects, not Kris Jenner Inc. Unless there's some secret deal where Kris pays him separately for, what, exactly? Being her boyfriend. That seems unlikely. Even if Kris did give him an allowance, $10,000 a month is pocket change for someone in Corey's tax bracket. He's stayed in $50,000 a night hotels and flown private jets with Kris. Why would he care about a $10,000 monthly cut? The bigger story here might be Kris' anxiety about the future of the family's reality TV empire. Their Hulu show, The Kardashians, was just renewed for a 6th season, but ratings have been slipping. Fans are complaining that the show feels repetitive and lacks the messy drama that made Keeping Up with the Kardashians a hit. Kris, who reportedly earned $25 million for the first 2 seasons of the Hulu series, knows the gravy train won't last forever. A second source told Life and Style, Kris wants the show to go on forever, but the economic realities of the streaming world are creeping up on her. Translation: the money isn't flowing as freely as it once did, and Kris is scrambling to adjust. But if Kris is tightening her budget, why take it out on Corey? Maybe this allowance rumor isn't about money at all. Could this be a storyline cooked up for the show? The Kardashians are no strangers to fabricating drama for ratings. Remember the great Kylie T. Meanwhile, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble's relationship has been a topic of fascination, skepticism, and endless headlines for nearly a decade. In the whirlwind world of celebrity romances, where love stories often burn bright and fade fast, their bond has managed to survive intense public scrutiny, accusations, and even warnings from those closest to them. At the heart of it all is Kris Jenner's unshakable loyalty to Gamble, a loyalty that has been tested time and again but remains as strong as ever. The couple first sparked dating rumors in 2014, when they were spotted together at a party in Ibiza. Since then, their age gap, Kris is 68, Corey is 43, has been a recurring talking point. But what's drawn even more attention are the persistent doubts about Gamble's motives. Critics and fans alike have questioned whether he's genuinely invested in Kris or if he's drawn to the fame and fortune that comes with being part of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. These doubts reached a boiling point when Sherry Buchanan, Gamble's ex-girlfriend, came forward with alarming allegations. In 2010, years before Kris and Corey began dating, Buchanan filed for a restraining order against Gamble, accusing him of stalking and aggressive behavior. According to reports obtained by In Touch at the time, Buchanan claimed Gamble would unexpectedly show up at her home, even after their breakup. She alleged he once grabbed and bruised her arm during a confrontation and that she'd been forced to change her locks because he'd somehow obtained a key to her house. Buchanan didn't hold back in her warnings to Kris either, telling the press, "I know Corey. He's all about power and money and will do whatever it takes to get it. He sees the Kardashians as the media's first family." For most people, such serious accusations would be a deal-breaker. But Kris Jenner isn't most people. When the story resurfaced in the media, she didn't hesitate to defend Gamble. She dismissed the claims entirely, insisting he was too good to engage in such behavior. In a statement to TMZ, she argued that Gamble didn't fit the profile of a stalker, pointing out his low-key personality and his past career as a tour manager for Justin Bieber. According to Kris, Gamble had always been a background guy who avoided the spotlight, a stark contrast to the Kardashian-Jenner clan's love of fame. But why would Kris stand by him so fiercely? Those close to her say it's simple: Corey makes her happy. In interviews, Kris has gushed about Gamble's role in her life, calling him her rock, and crediting him with giving her strength and insight. She told WSJ magazine that he's a great sounding board, and emphasized how much he cares for her family. "He loves my kids and my mom, and they love him," she said. This sentiment is echoed by her children. Khloe Kardashian, for instance, once told Wonderwall, "He's such a nice guy, a really good person. I just like to see my mom happy, so it's a good thing to see." The family's approval seems to matter deeply. After all, the Kardashian-Jenners are notoriously tight-knit, and outsiders rarely last long in their inner circle. Gamble, however, has managed to carve out a permanent place. He's frequently seen at family gatherings, vacations, and even business meetings, blending seamlessly into their high-profile lives. But not everyone has been won over. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.